how do you actually get better at playing drums? Not just flashier or faster, but solid, musical, and in demand. Today, I've got 5 steps that I wish someone had drilled into me earlier on. So let's get into it. What's up, y'all? John Hill here. Welcome back to the channel. All right, step 1, start with good technique. This is the foundation. If your hands or your feet are fighting your body, you're not going to get very far. Things like grip, posture, rebound, these matter a lot. Get these right early or unlearn bad habits later on. And we don't want to do that. All right, step 2, practice the boring stuff. I'm talking rudiments, stick control, coordination exercises. Yes, it's not flashy TikTok content, but it works. This is the stuff that builds control, dynamics, and groove. So put it in your warm-up routine and stay consistent. This is the kind of stuff that I work on every single time I sit down to practice. And while it may be boring in the practice room, when you get to the gig, the flashier stuff is going to be way more consistent. Step 3, active listening. If you want to play funk, listen to funk. If you want to play jazz, you better be listening to jazz. A lot of it. Not just in the background, but with your full attention. What's the drummer doing? How do they shape the music? How are they using dynamics to build intensity? How are they locking in with the bass player? How are they interacting with the soloist? These are all things you should be listening intently for. By listening actively to the style of music you're trying to get better at, you start to internalize the rules of the music. And when those rules become second nature, you start to sound more authentic in that style of music. I can't tell you how many of my students come to me wanting to learn funk, jazz, metal, and my first question is, well, who's your favorite drummer in that style? And they don't know. To really master the style of music and the style of drumming that you want to master, you have to listen actively. All right, step 4, ear training. This is a big one. Try transcribing drum parts by ear. The previous step helps out a lot with this one. The more and more you listen to your favorite drummers and your favorite style of music, you start recognizing patterns. Now, with ear training, it's your job to take those patterns and apply them to the drums yourself. A good starting point with transcription is trying to single out one piece of the drum set at a time. Start by listening for the bass drum. See if you can replicate the rhythm that the drummer you're listening to is playing. Then, listen for the snare drum. From there, you start adding more and more layers until you can play what you hear. Now, the cool thing you'll notice after transcribing a lot is that you'll start being able to play what's in your head. Hum your own beat up here, then replicate it with your limbs. That's where the real creativity lives. And finally, Step 5. Play with other musicians. There's truly no substitute for it. Playing in a band sharpens your time, your feel, your dynamics, everything. And if you can find musicians that are better than you, even better. Playing with more experienced musicians can push you more than just practicing on your own can. Maybe the band wants to play at a tempo you're not quite comfortable with. Or maybe they want to play really, really quiet and you don't know if you have the control to play that soft. All of these scenarios are going to push you to be a better drummer. But if playing with other musicians isn't an option for you, you can always play along to great recordings. I guarantee you, the musicians playing on your favorite records have great time, great feel, and great dynamics. And playing along with them is going to improve your drumming. Bonus tip, find a good teacher. Seriously, a good teacher can save you years of trial and error. They'll catch bad habits early, push you in the right direction, and hold you accountable. Even if it's just a few lessons here and there, it can make a huge difference. Speaking of, go to the link in my description and hit me up. I'll give you some stuff to work on. If this video helped you, be sure to check out some of my other videos right here. And if you have a tip that helped you in your drumming journey, drop it down in the comments. I want to hear it. Thanks for watching. Bye.